Hello, my name is Sarah Wieselthaler, and I am an attorney at the law firm of Fisher Phillips, where I specialize in pay equity matters and am a member of the firm's pay equity practice group. Today, we're here to talk about advancing your company's DEI efforts through pay equity, a crucial step in building a diverse, inclusive workforce, and about the role we as attorneys can play in assisting our clients to achieve these lofty and necessary goals of workplace equality. Tackling pay equity is a critical element of building a diverse and inclusive workplace. As the U.S. crawls out of the pandemic, companies are at a pivotal moment to undertake steps to tackle the ever-growing gender pay gap that has been widening because of the pandemic, as well as step up dormant diversity, equity, inclusion efforts, or DEI. A diverse and inclusive workforce is a critical piece of a thriving business, and employers play a vital role in building a more flexible, empathetic, and inclusive workplace. The actions or inactions that our clients take will undoubtedly shape the economy and the workplace for women and minorities for decades. Today, I will discuss the importance of advancing a company's DEI efforts through pay equity and offer tangible solutions that attorneys can assist their clients in taking to create a more equitable and inclusive workplace and work towards closing the gender pay gap. Now, to start, let's go back to basics. What is pay equity? Pay equity means providing employees who do the same or similar job with equitable compensation. If compensation is unequal, it must be explained by a legitimate business factor. And if it cannot be explained by a legitimate business factor, then the employer must fix the inequality. Now, there are key federal and state laws that govern pay equity. The most critical is the Federal Equal Pay Act. 29 U.S.C. 206D was enacted in 1963 and requires that men and women in the same workplace be given equal pay for equal work. That means that individuals who perform work that requires the same level of skill, effort, or responsibility must be paid the same compensation. However, there are some exceptions, such as when a payment or the inequality or the inequity, the difference in pay is based on a seniority system, a merit system, a system which measures earnings by quantity or quality of production, or a differential based on any other factor other than sex. Another key component of the Equal Pay Act is that an employer cannot decrease somebody's pay in order to meet their obligations under the law. Now, when it comes to litigation in the Equal Pay Act context, there is no intent to discriminate required for an employee to succeed on a claim under the Federal Equal Pay Act, or EPA. All the employee needs to show as their prima facie case is that there were lower wages paid to employees of the opposite sex in the same establishment, that the two employees performed substantially equal work, and that the jobs were performed under similar working conditions. That's it. Now, there are also various state laws that impose similar or more significant requirements for there to be equal pay in the workplace. At this point, almost every state in the United States has its own law that provides for equal compensation for equal work. And the trend that we've seen over the last 5 years or so is to expand the classes of employees that are covered by the pay equity laws to include not only gender, but also race and other protected categories. We're also seeing that state laws are not using the word or phrase equal pay for equal work, but rather equal pay for substantially similar work. State laws, and we'll unpack this later on in the presentation, but state laws prohibit restricting discussions about wages or retaliation against an employee who asks about their wages or the wages of others. There are also state laws that prohibit employers from asking applicants about their salary history.